We have this Irish consulate that recently announced it would open an office here, and I think we've heard that it's the 62nd country with a representative office here in some form, whether it be a trade commissioner, a consulate, or an honorary consul. What is the strategy behind attracting these consulates? Is this something that you seek out?
Absolutely. And to go to the first part of your statement there, we think we're unique among the states of the Union. We know that there are big cities that have protocol offices and that have very robust international affairs departments. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Houston, Miami, D.C., among the stars in that group. But when you take a look at the states, there are very, very few that have as robust of an operation as we do. Now, are we aggressive? Heck yeah, we're aggressive. I mean, that is part and parcel of what we do. And here's why. If a government comes to Georgia and locates a consulate or a trade office, at the end of the day, that is a very strong signal to the business community back in that country that this is a good place. This is a good city, this is a good state, this is a good region for their businesses to do business. And so we kind of see it as an extension of our efforts to recruit manufacturers or other industrial enterprises to come in, because if governments come here and locate and create a beachhead, then business can't be far behind. Or students coming for education can't be far behind. Or tourists can't be far behind. And so it goes. Now, when I came into office into this office in 2005, Georgia had 49 consulates, trade offices, 49 nations, excuse me, I should say, that some of them were career consulates, honorary consulates, trade offices. And we were then undergoing a very aggressive recruitment strategy in Latin America because Georgia was, Atlanta was vying to be the secretariat for the free trade area of the Americas. So we were really going after the Guatemalas and the Hondurases and the El Salvadors of the world, trying to get them to locate consulates here. Georgia had seen a blip on its radar screen during the Olympics. For instance, Australia decided to open up its consulate general for the Olympics. They love what they saw here and they haven't left. Germany was the first nation in 1904 to open a full career consulate general, and it's been here over a century now. But from 1904 to 2004, 2005, it took us about a century to get to 49 nations. The Irish announcement to which you referred will be the 62nd nation to have some kind of presence here in Georgia. We're edging up on a third of the world having a presence here in Georgia. And that number has grown a baker's dozen in 4 short years. Well, that is an enormous selling point for us. You asked if there was a strategy. Sure. Imagine you're a minister in a government that is a pretty robust economy on its own. And I go to you in your capital city and I sit down and I say, Trevor, look at these countries that are coming here. They're coming to get a piece of the action in the southeastern United States. Their citizens are coming. Their students are coming to be educated. Don't you think you need to come here to be a part of that? That's a powerful statement. It's a powerful statement when you say, look, in the past 12 months, we've had Brazil open its office, India, another G20 economy, announce its intentions to open office, and now Ireland on the heels of that open an office. That's a powerful statement. So we do have a strategy. Now, people often ask me when they find out we have a strategy, well, do you have bullet points of countries you're looking for? I mean, are these the only ones? I mean, my philosophy is very simple: come one, come all. I don't. If the country has 10 million people, or if the country has 1 billion people, the more people, the more countries that are added to this international community here in Atlanta, the better it is for me, and I think for the state writ large. That being said, we also know that there are target areas. We know who our trading partners are. We know that China is such a large trading partner. We know what goes in and out of the port. We know that China's office is currently in Houston. And they're servicing Florida, Georgia, Texas, 3 of the 9 biggest states in the Union. And as far as Puerto Rico, out of Houston, 700 miles away from Atlanta. And so that's part of our recruitment strategy. Hey, officials from the Chinese government, officials from the Indian government, you could do the whole of the southeastern United States out of a more centralized location. But those are the kind of selling points that we bring to the table. And for each country, when we pick up on an interest that that country may have to come here, we work hard to tailor an argument in favor of them coming here based on what their needs are. So if there are already businesses here, of course we'll put that in a profile. If there are already educational linkages between the university, Georgia Tech, Emory, wherever it may be, we'll put those in there. So, and then they're always curious. Always curious. It never fails to me how many times they'll ask, well, what other countries are here? What other countries are located here or thinking about locating here? So we do a lot of that, and that to me is one of the most enjoyable parts of the job, because it's able to sell my home state, it's able to sell the city I live in to people all around the world as a great place to do business, a great place to have educational, cultural, and tourism exchanges, great place to live.